I got to drive Pepper in a real snowstorm last week. She looks pretty good with a snow covering. Let's talk about how she did, what was really good, and what Tesla could do a little bit better. First things first, let's introduce the weather conditions. It was somewhere between 20 and 35 degrees while I was up in Lake Tahoe, and the roads were anywhere from fully covered roads like this to ones with lots of slush like this. For the most part, there weren't many dry roads over the weekend, so it was a great test for the Model 3 to see how it really performs. It's also important to note that I put 19-inch T Sportline wheels on the car with Slato Zero 3 Pirelli tires. Here they are. They show that they're winter, and they've got the little mountain and snow symbol to show that they are true snow tires. And interestingly enough, while I was going through the chain control, while I knew they counted as traction control devices, and because it's a dual motor, it's four-wheel drive, they didn't even check the tires. They kind of just waved me through and said, go ahead. I don't know, they either thought I had things under control or thought I was crazy. So let's talk about the good things driving her through the snow. Traction was amazing. No problems accelerating at all. No problems turning or cornering. That was all fine. If I really wanted to make the back end kick out, I could do it momentarily, but then the traction control would kick in, the front motors would pull a little more, and she'd straighten right back out. In terms of braking performance, I consider myself a pretty cautious driver, so never had the ABS kick in or slide while braking at all, except for the 3 or 4 times when I tested it intentionally and really slammed on them. ABS kicked on as it should, stopped really well. I think a lot of that's due to the tire compound, but worked great. As you can tell, most of this was shot on my iPhone. I just didn't really take the time to set up the GoPro on this one. Wasn't sure I was going to film on the way home while driving, wanted to be safe. The other thing I didn't get to do on this trip was put it in track mode, find a right parking lot, and do some donuts. I brought the drone with me, ready to put it in the air, but it really didn't stop snowing all week. It was really windy, and I just didn't want to take those chances. Let's get on to a couple things that weren't so perfect. First off, I didn't have any of the freezing problems that people talk about on the internet because it wasn't that cold. But I did see almost an immediate drop in range due to slightly colder temperatures. This first shot is immediately into the trip. I think the computer is adjusting for the lower temperatures. The second one's a little farther in, and I really think just the snow on the road changed the rolling resistance of the car. Maybe some of the stuff stuck to it changed the aerodynamics, but it did seem to have a relatively dramatic impact on range. Not insurmountable, but something you should keep in mind. The second thing is that the front nose of the Model 3 seems to really catch snow and slush. Not a big deal if you're driving, but it will impact the ability to use traction-aware cruise control or autopilot. I didn't actually use either one of these in the snow other than just to test because I wanted to drive and be safe. I don't trust autopilot enough yet, but on my tests, it did just work fine. The last small thing that isn't great is the auto wipers. I've spoken about this in my videos before about how they're not great. I thought they were getting better in the rain, but with the snow, they don't seem to pick it up all that well, and they would wait way too long before running pretty consistently. And then when I got back into the rain here, they didn't seem to get any better. Well, thanks for watching. I know this was a bit of an iPhone video with a voiceover rather than my regular vlog and some camera work that I try to do, but I really was on vacation and I was trying to focus on that rather than the YouTube channel and my actual job. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe, and I promise next time I'm out in the snow, I'll bring the drone, I'll put the camera on the side of the car, and I'll have some fun with it. Until next time, thanks a lot.